Hey everyone, and welcome back. I just wanted to bring you this article today about the Idaho 4. We have previously talked about Bryan Kohberger and having an Instagram account and that account being real. The day he was arrested was the day we checked out his Instagram, and we had found 3 at the time, but only one looked real. It had about 285 followers, and it was roughly following 1,000 accounts. With that being said, we now have an article that has come out to say that Bryan, in fact, did have a social account where he was following 3 of the girls in the house. Can you guys guess which 3 those were? Zaina, Kaylee, and Maddie, the 3 that are now deceased. Before I get into this article, if you could please hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and also comment your thoughts below on the new article that I'm about to show you. I'd really love to know your thoughts and opinions about this. I did set it up a little bit differently, so hopefully it's easier for you guys to read and kind of follow along with me. So I highlighted the back of it for you. Accused Idaho killer Bryan Kohberger repeatedly messaged one of the victims on Instagram. He is persistent, an investigative source on the case tells People. 2 weeks before the slayings of 4 University of Idaho students last November, the man now accused of killing them sent a series of messages to one of the victims on Instagram. An investigator familiar with the case tells People. In late October, an account that authorities believe belonged to Bryan Kohberger sent a greeting to one of the female victims, the source says. When he didn't get a reply, he sent several more messages to her. He slid into one of the girl's DMs several times, but she didn't respond, the source tells People. The source must be pretty young. Basically, it was just him saying, "Hey, how are you?" But he did it again and again. Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonzalez, Zaina Coronado, and Ethan Chapin were all stabbed to death in an off-campus rental home in Moscow, Idaho on November 13th. A masked intruder entered the home and killed the 4 students with a fixed-blade knife. More than a month later, authorities arrested Kohberger, age 28, graduate student and teaching assistant at the Washington State University. He was charged with 4 counts of murder and 1 count of felony burglary. Kohberger was arrested at his parents' Pennsylvania home on December 30th. He waived his extradition to Idaho, meaning he voluntarily agreed to return to the state to face the charges against him. He was transported back to Idaho on January the 4th. Let me grab my hot tea here. Sorry, guys. My throat's been a little not feeling the greatest this morning or this evening. According to the probable cause affidavit obtained by People, one of the victim's surviving roommates said she saw the killer. The roommate described a figure clad in black clothing and a mask who walked past her as the person left the crime scene. The affidavit also alleged that Kohberger was linked to the crime scene from DNA and cell phone pings. Authorities remain tight-lipped about the alleged motive in the attack. They have not publicly discussed the relationship between Kohberger and the victims. Kohberger's now deleted Instagram account, which was viewed by People before it was removed, followed the accounts of Mogan, Gonzalez, and Coronado, but there was no public interaction. It's unclear why Kohberger didn't get a response to his messages, but authorities say the victims may have missed them completely. She may not have seen them because they went into message request, says the investigative source. Instagram users are not notified when they receive a message from someone they do not follow back, and the message go into a special folder. We're still trying to determine how aware the victims were of his existence. I don't know if you guys know about that feature, though. I have a lot of messages like that on my own Instagram. It'll put into a folder of, where you have to approve to see the message. And a lot of times it's not in the same category as your inbox of messages. So those message requests, a lot of times they do get overlooked. I know in my case they do. There's no indication that he was getting frustrated with her lack of response, the source adds, but he was definitely persistent. Kohberger has not yet entered a plea. His next hearing isn't until June 26. His attorney has not returned People's Message for comment. And so that looks like that's all of the article. But like I said, I feel like maybe the victims in this case, they did not realize that Kohberger had even written them. Maybe they did know and they just weren't interested. Either way, it's not cause for this to happen to anybody. So I wanted to bring you this article, get your thoughts on it. This isn't an excuse by any means for his actions, but I do believe that one of these Instagram accounts were his. What do you guys believe? I think that I'm going to go on the ladder. I'm going to go the ladder and say, yeah, I believe that one of these Instagram accounts was his, and he had access to that. And I don't know why it's deleted now, unless somehow his mother gained access or sister gained access, maybe from him giving them the passwords while he's been incarcerated. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. We are going to do our next giveaway. We're already doing one this Saturday, but then our next giveaway is going to be when we hit 5,000 subscribers. So we are almost at 5,700 right now, guys. So we are getting it so close. I will see you guys all in the next video. I love you so much. Have a great day. Bye, guys.